Hey guys, it's ItsSMOGONdevo here, back at it with some more Jungle Cup practice content. We're finally going to be moving in slowly into some of the newer picks, so you're going to see one of them very shortly. Two of them actually in this video. One of them was the surprise pick I used in my tournament, which you guys will be familiar with if you checked out the meta-analysis video. Don't want to spoil it in case you guys haven't, so you'll see it coming up in a bit. The two new ones you see, I absolutely love in this format, and they have been putting in so much work for me. So let's go ahead and jump into these battles. Very excited, so I don't want to waste any time. Alright, so jumping in these battles, before we get into the newer ones, we're going to check out some of the old picks again. So here we got the Venusaur lead with Vigoroth and Beedrill in the back. We lead Venusaur into Vigoroth, a play that happens against me a lot of the times, and yet I rarely manage to pull it off myself. But this is a good matchup for us. Gonna take that first Body Slam and then go for my Frenzy Plant here. Get that shield, and then I actually think I can get to another Frenzy Plant as long as I burn a shield. But he switches out. I go for a Sludge Bomb kind of preemptively, but he switched into Fortress, so it's alright. I switch out now into Vigoroth. I still have the shield advantage, which is great, so I know I can just chip him down. Still haven't second moved my Vigoroth up until now, so these are still actually a bit before my tournament video, at least these first few battles. Get off some pressure with the Body Slams. I'm trying to farm him down with counters, and that's really risky, but it works out. Now I have, I think, almost 2 Body Slams ready, if not 2 already. So of course I'm going to launch the first one out to whatever comes in. It is a Noctowl. This is a matchup that I need to preserve my Vigoroth for, so I'll launch the second Body Slam off as well. Switches out, I guess he never really meant to bring in that Noctowl, so I have to keep Vigoroth alive, so now I'll switch into Beedrill, or my Venusaur again rather. Trying to push for that Frenzy Plant, and I just managed to get it. Get that final shield as well in the process. Switch in Beedrill, no shields. He goes Brick Break though. So right now, I just want to build up as much energy as I can, try to get a Sludge Bomb for the Noctowl in the back. Very, very close, but I'm able to knock it out with Poison Jabs, and now I can just launch this Sludge Bomb into the Noctowl coming in. Just short of knocking it out, but the Poison Jabs get it done. Jumping into the next battle, you will finally see the newest pick. Not quite Vespiquen, that's going to come a bit later. But Exeggutor is the one I'll be featuring in this battle. This was actually done before my tournament, I think, so I was still using Lantern. With Raichu is what I ended up going back to for the double electric comp. I do really like Exeggutor here, and I hope you guys get to see it used a lot. I don't think I played that amazingly in this first game, but it's alright. So we lead Raichu into Vigoroth. You guys have seen this matchup a ton of times by now. Just trying to piggyback as much as I can. I shield this Body Slam now, and now I have a ton of energy, so I'm gonna go for a Wild Charge first. Doesn't shield, and then I make a silly play. I try to actually just chip him down to Sparks, but I end up getting knocked out at the same time. Now we can bring in Exeggutor, but he brings in Lantern, or Noctowl, so I try to switch out to Lantern quickly. A little bit slow because of confusion, and now he brings out his own Lantern. He has a shield advantage on me, so this is not the greatest matchup. So I'll go Thunderbolt, and he will block it. Now it's just a race to the Thunderbolts, but he does have an advantage. Gets off that one right there, and I can get off mine as well. Getting his Lantern as low as I can. But I'm going to let my Lantern go down so that I can bring back in my Exeggutor and try to knock out his Lantern with Confusions. Exeggutor does that for me. I have to shield this Sky Attack coming in. But you'll see even these confusions can chip down Noctowl quite a bit. Go Seed Bomb here, he does shield, afraid of the Psychic. Look at these confusions chipping away at that Noctowl. But yeah, he will get to a second Sky Attack first and knock out my Executor. Maybe not the best first video of Executor, but I promise you there is more to come. So jumping into this next battle, you will see the second pick, and it is Vespiquen, as I kind of teased in that last battle over there. So this is the current and most recent double electric comp I love running with Alolan Raichu, Magneton, and Vespiquen. Vespiquen fills Beedrill's role quite nice and gives me a lot more tie over versus Vigoroths that come in the later games. And I absolutely love Vespiquen. So here we go, we now have the Lantern in on Raichu, so I'm going to go for a Wild Charge here. He does shield it, so now we're at even shields. But I can actually get to another one, so I'm going to connect on the Lantern, and I don't really feel a need to switch just because of the Magneton in the back. So I bring in Vespiquen and I can actually almost knock out that Lantern there. I'm going to shield here and then just farm it down with these Bug Bites. He has a shield advantage over me now, but it's alright. Got Vespiquen right here, and he does bring in Beedrill. So I go for an X-Scissor right away, trying to chip. I get a shield. I guess he was kind of scared of the Power Gem. Now I have Magneton. So he's going to bring in Vigoroth, but can land this Discharge and do a ton of damage to the Vigoroth and knock it out. Magneton more or less walls Beedrill. Beedrill can do little to nothing with its Poison Jabs. X-Scissor will hurt, but Magneton's very, very spammy, as we've come to realize. Get off that other Magnet Bomb, and now he gets an X-Scissor. Is almost able to knock out Mag, but we get the double knockout. So jumping into this next battle, we're going to keep Vespiquen in the back, but go ahead and lead Noctowl with Vigoroth behind it. So we lead Noct into Vigoroth himself. Gonna try to get off some energy here. I did second move my Noctowl by now, but I was currently in the process of building up a second one. So this one I was testing with Psychic. The current one that I do use is a Nightshade variant, but I wanted to just make sure I wasn't missing anything with Psychic. So here we go. Get that shield. Now I can actually get to another Sky Attack here. Draw that final shield. Now I'm thinking Noctowl's done more than enough, so I do let it go down. Perfect opportunity to bring in Vespiquen. I know I can take a Body Slam, so I'll take this first one. I kind of just wanted to farm him down with Bug Bites as much as I could. But I do decide actually that I'll keep Vespiquen as healthy as I can. So I shield it here, trying to keep it healthy again. And I'm able to farm up a slight bit of energy. Keep my shield advantage as well. And he brings in Fortress. I don't really want to lose Vespiquen yet, so I switch out into my Vigoroth, which is now second moved, by the way. Tank that Heavy Slam. He switches out into his, I think it was a Lantern, I can't quite see. Into his Venusaur, sorry. So I'm not going to burn any shields here, I'm just going to let Vigoroth wail on it, on his Venusaur. Don't want to burn this shield because I want to save it for Vespiquen if his fort's in the back. Can farm up a little bit of energy with the final Bug Bite there. Now I'm trying to push for this Power Gem, and here you're really going to see the bulk of Vespiquen. Get that Power Gem off, does a ton of damage. And these Bug Bites are just going to chip down that Fortress. Shield the move coming in, no choice. And then I can actually get to an X-Scissor to finish it off. Vespiquen's just got so much bulk, man. So we'll take that match right there. Jumping into the next one, we're going to go ahead and use both on 1-3. So we got Executor, Vigoroth, and Vespiquen. Executor's lead has been working out quite well for me when I get lucky, like this. So I lead into his Venusaur. Great matchup for me, I just have to knock it down with these confusions. Do have to expand his shield, unfortunately. But if I do, I end up with a ton of energy. Block that Sludge Bomb coming in. Knock out the Venusaur. Almost have 2 Seed Bombs ready. He brings in B, and I decide to Seed Bomb. Try to get some shield pressure. I was thinking about switching, but I decided against it just because I know I can knock out B or get it really damn low with the Confusion Seed Bomb pressure. I will shield here again, thinking that Confusion can actually just knock out this Beedrill. And I get the double knockout with a full Vigoroth and Vespiquen in the back. So I had the switch trade glitch, no problem. Take this Body Slam and then get off my own. Yeah, I know I have Vespiquen in the back, so I'm not really worried. I just kind of want to chip down his Vigoroth as much as I can. I get off this Body Slam because I piggybacked him earlier. And there you go, we take that matchup as well. Alright, jumping into the last one, this double electric comp again. You know, I'm kind of considering going back to Lantern and trying it with Vespiquen. It seems like it could work out really well just because of the tank. Although I would be making myself really vulnerable to B. So maybe I'll stick with Magneton. But we lead Raichu there, and then he switches out into Venusaur. So I'll go into my Vespiquen with this trapped Venusaur. With Vespiquen, you do have to be a little careful about these Sludge Bombs coming in. They can put in a lot of work versus you. So here I'm just trying to farm him down. He gets a Sludge Bomb, and you see it does about half. So I farmed up a decent amount of energy so that I can go for a double X-Scissor. Nice amount of damage there. And then I'm able to actually knock it out with Bug Bites. He brings in Noctowl, so I push for this Power Gem. Try to build a little bit more energy too. I've got 2 electric types, so I'm not entirely worried about dealing with Noctowl. And then I'm actually able to survive. Oh no, I'm just short of getting off another X-Scissor. But Raichu will come in and land a Thunder Punch for free. Then I'll switch out to Magneton to try to take a Sky Attack with a double resistance rather than have Raichu tank it. But he actually goes Nightshade, so it's a good thing I did switch. Here I just want to get this discharge off, but Magneton cannot stand those counters. I have to get a Wild Charge here. He has no shield, so I know I can get to it. And then I'll be able to knock out the Vigoroth. Almost. But he can't get a Body Slam, so I'm just short of knocking the Vigoroth out, actually. Plan here is to try to push for a Thunder Punch. But he manages to get to a Sky Attack just before me. So good game there. Alright, that's going to be the end of the battles. We're finally in the more recent content with a lot of the newer picks. I really do love Vespiquen. It's a huge step up for me in terms of Beedrill. You know, on paper, they're very, very similar. Of course, Beedrill can beat Vespiquen with a double Sludge Bomb and the 1 shield. But what I value about Vespiquen and why I think it's so much better than Beedrill is for the fact that it can tank 2 Body Slams. It'll die to the 3rd, unless it's like completely full, just tanking 3 Body Slams, then it can survive with like a few points of HP, but because it can actually tank 2 Body Slams, it's such a good option to actually switch into Vigoroth. Makes me feel a lot safer, especially on lineups where I'm using like double electrics. I have a lot better matchup with Vigoroth, and I really do like it. I also really do like the Exeggutor too. I got a bunch more videos where I'm going to be messing around with both of those 2 picks, so stay tuned for those. For now, I'm going to actually end the video. If you like Vespiquen or you like Exeggutor and you want to see more, drop a like on the video. Go ahead and leave a comment on the video as well. Tell me about some of the picks you're experimenting with. What are you really liking in Jungle Cup so far? I know there's a lot of people that love their Venomoths. But that's going to be it for me for today. If you want to drop a subscription as well, I'd really appreciate that. Take care for now.